What would it mean to you if at the end of 2019 you looked back and realized, wow, I've achieved some amazing goals? In 2018, I was able to achieve some amazing goals. I looked back on my year and was like, wow, in spite of all the challenges that I went through, I ended up doing some pretty amazing things. And one of the biggest reasons I was able to do all of that is because of consistency. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 secrets to staying consistent with your goals in 2019. Hey there, bosses, Jean Ontra here. And if this is your first time on my channel, first of all, welcome. On this channel, I give you tips, resources, and strategies on how to make a living with your writing. I also share my own lessons and journey into entrepreneurship. And so if that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification beside the subscribe button to join our community. And if you enjoy this video, please make it a point to comment, like, or share this video with somebody else, because all of these things tells YouTube that you love this content and therefore they need to promote it to more people. All right, so let's jump right in. 5 secrets to staying consistent with your goals in 2019. Number 1 is to choose one thing. All right. So what happens, usually at the beginning of the year and in the new year, today is January 2nd. And so a lot of people are in this mindset, is people write a long list of goals that they want to achieve, right? Or they call them New Year's resolutions. Remember those? Right. So people make New Year's resolutions. They make all these grandiose plans. And by the end of January, they're frustrated and they've given up on their goals. If this is you, leave me a hand emoji down in the comments below. A lot of people overwhelm themselves with this long list of things to do. The way to overcome that and actually become consistent with something is for you to choose one thing. And I'm sure that if you analyze your life, you realize that you have multiple areas of your life, right? You have your physical life, you have the spiritual life, you have, financial or business life, you have your family relationships. However your life is set up, you have different categories. What is my suggestion for you is for you to pick one thing in each of those categories to focus on in 2019. Now, what this does is that when you're focusing on one thing, all your energies are put towards that one thing, and so you're not scatterbrained. You're not all over the place with your goals, trying to do this and trying to do that and trying to do that. And so there's less overwhelm and more likelihood that eventually you'll be able to achieve that particular goal that you set. So the first thing for you to do is to choose just one thing to focus on so that you don't frustrate yourself. And so for instance, in my case, right, in my business life, I have chosen to focus on YouTube as a channel to build up this year. Why YouTube? YouTube because I absolutely love shooting videos. It's a lot of work, but I love it. And so even my blog content is all going to be based on my YouTube channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you're going to see a lot of my YouTube stuff on there as well. All right, I'm going to be focusing on YouTube, and so that means that my planning and everything with regards to my business is centered in and around YouTube. I'm not going to try to start a podcast. I'm not going to try to build a massive Facebook following. I'm not trying to do all these other things. I'm trying to build up my YouTube. And so if you choose one thing to focus on, you will find that you will begin to put all your energies towards that thing, and it's more likely for you to achieve that goal. The next step, or step number 2, is for you to break that one big goal into little chunks. And this is where, choosing the multiple goals thing once again comes into play. Because when you have to realize that there are multiple steps to achieving a particular goal, right? So when you choose multiple things, then that means you have to choose multiple steps in those multiple things, and it becomes multiple overwhelm, right? And so if you choose one thing, even though you will have multiple steps to take, all those steps you're taking are just steps within that particular goal. So now, once you choose the goal, break it down into chunks. How are you practically going to achieve that particular goal? And so for YouTube, once again, using myself as an example, this means that I'm choosing to do one video every single week. Every single week, I have a video that will go up on this YouTube channel. My goal is that every Monday it's going to go up. And so that means that between the first Monday and the Monday when I'm supposed to schedule a video, I have to find some time to shoot a video. Or it could mean that I could choose just one day and shoot 4 videos and I'm pretty much done for the month. And so I'll have to think about the videos I want to shoot. I have to shoot those videos, I have to edit those videos, and I have to upload those videos. Once I do all of that for 4 videos per month and upload them, that goal is done. But I did do multiple steps to get there. And so it's going to look like I'm Superwoman putting up videos every week. But the truth is that I have already thought about the content, I've already planned, I've already recorded them way ahead of time and put them up on my channel so that I stay consistent. So, similar thing, take your goal, break them down into doable steps, and then actually do them step by step, and you'll find that you will begin to look like Superman or Superwoman too, because you'll be able to stay consistent. Secret number 3 is to overcome excuses. I know all of us have things in our lives that are huge excuses, right? Some of us have kids, some of us have money issues, some of us don't have enough time. However, I have found that whatever you prioritize, you make a way for. And so if, for instance, YouTube is my goal, then I need to prioritize my time so that I can shoot my videos, so that I can edit my videos, so that I can share my videos. All right. And a lot of the time when you think about your excuses, you will realize that you can, despite all that's going on, you can squeeze in 30 minutes to take that walk, or you can squeeze in that 20 minutes to, to shoot a video. You can do these things. It's just a matter of finding the time and prioritizing it. I find that no matter who you are, the things you prioritize, you are able to get done. And so instead of looking at the plethora, and trust me, if you think you have a million excuses, I have 2 million. All of us have major excuses as to why we can't do ABC. But the goal, the key to overcoming those excuses is to prioritize and to also squeeze in pockets of time. All of us don't have unlimited time. You may not have unlimited, most of us don't have unlimited resources. And so that will mean that maybe you're putting aside $10 or $20 every single month because you want to buy a piece of gear for your YouTube channel. You want to buy, hosting for your website, and so on and so forth. So overcome excuses and find a way. Prioritize and find a way. Maybe that's what I should have named this point. Prioritize and find a way. There's always a way for a determined soul. Number 4 is collaboration and finding support groups. And I think that this, maybe beyond all the other points I've shared, is super important to you to stay consistent, right? So in the business world, there's something known as a mastermind. And a mastermind simply is a group of people or a group of entrepreneurs that come together regularly to talk about their businesses, to give feedback, to bounce off ideas off of each other, and keep each other accountable. I have been a part of masterminds for about the last 4 years, and they have been super helpful to me. I've been a part of different masterminds, and I find that when I go and I talk with these people, at the very least, I'm motivated to do much more than I'm already doing. And also, people are able to see for a lot of us, when we're doing something, we're so close to the thing that we don't see the big picture, but somebody looking from the outside in is able to see the bigger picture and give better recommendations sometimes. And so having that community or having that support group is super helpful to helping you achieve your goals. And so probably right now you're thinking, well, gee, I live in the middle of nowhere. Where am I going to find a support group? Well, you can go to meetup.com, and meetup.com has different meetups or local groups that assemble in different cities across the planet, all right, where you can go and, share the same, if you share the same interest with these folks, you can go and talk about these same things. Another thing that I would recommend, and this is how I got started with masterminds actually, was Facebook communities. And so there are a lot of entrepreneurial Facebook communities that are out there on Facebook, right? And so when you join these communities, sometimes one of the things that I have found is useful is for you to begin conversations with people, and for you to begin building relationships with people. And through those relationships, you'll be able to find people that, you know, share the same values with you. And perhaps even if you don't meet physically, you can meet over Skype, you can meet over Zoom, over, you know, these days we have so many ways of communicating, over the phone, conference calls, whatnot, and just chat about your goals and bond that way and support each other to reach your goals. And actually, this point I'm sharing is in a book known as Think and Grow Rich, all right, where Napoleon Hill talks about the power of a mastermind, and he gives some pretty epic people, some people that have achieved amazing things in history who were part of masterminds and how that helped them move towards their goals. And so even as you take all the steps to stay consistent with your goals, think about a support community, a support group, collaborating with others so that you can move ahead, perhaps even faster. Secret number 5 is to be always learning. Last week, I released a video called 7 Books for Beginner Entrepreneurs. I highly recommend that you check out that video. But basically, every book that I have bought on this entrepreneurial journey has been super helpful to me in helping me make my next $100 or $1,000. And most of these books cost $10 or even less. All right. And so investing in your learning is super helpful in helping you overcome a lot of obstacles. I find that a lot of the time when I'm facing a roadblock in my business, when I'm facing a roadblock in a particular area of my life, it's because of a lack of knowledge. And so making that habit to always invest in your learning will unlock those doors, or, you know, help you get unstuck from those places where it's like, what do I do next? Learning or investing in your learning consistently allows you to get out of that mud faster, allows you to unlock doors that look like they're locked, and help you keep on moving with your goals. And so always invest in your learning. I say that the top 3 ways that I have learned throughout these past 4 years in my business is, the first one is books. Of course, I have to share that always. Books are key, all right, and I'll be sharing some links to some books below in this video. 2 is courses, all right. There are a lot of online courses out there. A platform that I would recommend to you if you don't have all the money to spend on courses, of course, is Udemy. Udemy has a lot of high quality courses, I have to say. I discovered Udemy about 5 years ago, and back then, you know, it was a little iffy, but these days I think the quality of courses on there have improved tremendously, and you can learn anything for fairly cheap. And so I highly recommend Udemy. Link, here's my affiliate link. If you use that, I get a little bit of a commission, but that's not why I'm recommending it. I'm recommending it because it's going to absolutely help you. Last but not least is mentorship or coaching. Getting somebody, investing some money in a coach or a mentor who will be able to tell you, hey, you know, go this way or go that way. You will notice that most of the best sports people have coaches, and sometimes they have multiple coaches for different things. All right. And so getting a coach, getting a mentor to, you know, direct you and say, hey, don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that, is really, really helpful if you have the money to invest in it. But if you don't right now, books and courses on Udemy will take you really, really far and help you make the money that you need to make so that you can invest in a coach if you want to.